welcome back to Calamar Ag. I'm Matt. This is the first video post-seeding. What is it? Tuesday the 10th. So we had the public holiday yesterday, the King's birthday. And we are here to shift home. Seeding is done. So I have Mum and Dad as escorts. And yeah, we're just letting it warm up. It's the afternoon. We had nearly 10 mils of rain up here, so that'll keep the dust down and get things growing. We had a bit more than that at home, so the wind's all right. But we're going to load up, we'll get going and see if anything interesting happens. Well, I'm not really complaining, but it was blue skies when we left home, and now we're driving into a shower of rain. Not much, but every little bit helps. At the moment, that's for sure. Otherwise, the top of the Gulf is just over there, but you can't see it. Yeah. It'll be good to see some more green. There's a little bit starting to poke through in paddocks, but it's still pretty far and few between. Well, we're home for we're done for another year and we're home. So, it's time to pull the flag down. That shower we drove through got everything slimy and muddy, so now the cleanup will begin another day. Pump the easy N out, put a few trace elements away. I think there's a little bit of wheat and a little bit of fertiliser left that we might run out on the paddock here at home. The wheat will get put back in a silo, but the fertiliser will just run it out. So yeah, here we are, done for another day. What do you reckon, doggy? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, welcome back to another brisk Thursday morning. So I've been in the office, organising fertiliser, like for our urea nitrogen spreads, just paying bills, all the fun stuff. I don't know where I left off, but obviously the seed is home. I was just on the screen grabbing some log files to send off to some engineers, because they want to have a look at how we got everything set up on there, and hopefully make improvements with the ag leader stuff. So that's good, that's cool. So Jimbo has been decontaminating the sprayer. I think he's got that all done now. That's been another brisk job. There is actually a crack on the spray cart, so there's a couple of cracks on the boom. I don't think they're all the other side, and I'm not walking that far to show you, but there's a couple of cracks that are just sort of in the boom. So he's organised to get that, I think, welded up tomorrow, which then should be right. Yeah, and actually we do have a job spraying. I didn't film it, I went out with Dad yesterday, and we got some lucerne flea coming in our fill peas. So they're coming up, which is good. They're a bit all over the place, bit of a staggered germination at the moment, but that's just because of the way we had staggered amounts of rain. So yeah, so he's going to go spray them. There's only 80 hectares of them, and they're a sprouting type pea that will hopefully could end up on someone's plate. So he'll get that done, and then basically we're all up with the spraying. Oh, we did go out and have a look at that wheat that I blocked that run on a while ago, and I've already re-sowed. It's going to be pretty stripy in a few spots because there's a couple done, but we're going to leave it another week before we make a decision on what we do there, because there's still wheat coming up, so it's a bit hard to tell whether it's worth it yet or whether we just live with the stripes. But from what I can tell, the main block that I got, like where I blocked the whole section, I covered all that, so it's only a couple of runs that were blocked. So yeah, but other than that, we got our demo tractor here while Az is still having some stuff diagnosed. And what do? We mounted our ag leader screen in there. So because we are going to go do some, we'll probably spread the last of the fertiliser sometime soon. The last of the map that we've got on hand, and we'll put the linkage spreader on here, so we want to be able to control that. I mean, we could do it through the case one, but then that screws up our data recording, because everything of ours goes through Ag Leader, through Agfinity, to the cloud, to our desktop program, where we keep and record everything. So we don't have a modem in that, but it means we'll go out, do the job. When we get back to the yard, it'll connect to the yard Wi-Fi and send all the data off then. So we'll probably get that done while this one does a bit of spraying. We also need to hurry up and try and sort some of this out. Like, it's cracking out around a few places, which isn't good. We've already replaced it once. Yeah, it's just a bit of a shame. But other than that, Jimbo's started giving the boom a bit of a acid wash. So you can sort of see it's starting to come up. Probably needs a couple, compared to, I think he hasn't done this side. Sort of here, it's a bit duller. So he's doing that, trying to give everything a bit of love. But while I'm here, oh, here's a crack. See? She actually cracked all the way through on that one there. So hopefully we'll get that sorted. But yeah, anyway, what do I do with my USB now? I gotta get back in the office. It's definitely a bit warmer in there. I have a meeting with the bank manager in about 50 minutes, just to go over everything and sort of say where we are and where we're up to. But that's about the state of everything at the moment. There's been a couple of little showers go through, nothing like a mill, which keeps the ground wet and keeps everything cold. So that is, well, that can only help, to be honest. And yeah, pretty much everything is starting to grow. The only paddock, apart from the lucerne flea, so yeah, things watching at the moment is the lucerne flea, the wheat for make sure it's all going to come up where I had the block, and actually where we're growing our metro lentils for seed. It's only 33 hectares over the road, because they're metrobuzin tolerant. Actually, no pre-emergent went out there or incorporated by sowing chemicals. And then, so it's on a wheat stubble, the wheat's growing. So we might just have to go out there early and knock that, just to make sure it doesn't take moisture away from the lentils. But that is where we're at the moment. So I'm going to get back in the office, and if anything exciting happens, I'm sure I'll try to film it. So we'll see what happens. Alright. Nothing exciting happened last week. Cedar is still there. Jimbo got those cracks welded up on the spray cart. He's just been cleaning stuff up. I was in the office a lot. Had some grain buyers here just to have a look at some of the crops coming up. But nothing's really happened. I think we had another 3 mil over the weekend, so all good. It is now Monday the 16th of June, I believe. I've been in the office all morning doing a few other jobs, and I've just had enough. So I've come down the shed to do some work. When I took the kids to the bus this morning, I had a look at the wheat again, where I had that blocked runs, and there's an up and a back I'm going to go do. So I will fire that up later today, but we had a bit of misty, even though the sun's shining now, we had a bit of misty rain this morning, which was keeping the top damp, which I didn't want. I don't want to make a mess of the good parts of the paddock, so yeah, it's just been sitting there. But I'm also now playing with the loan tractor, the demo tractor, because I want to put the, we got a 3-point linkage spreader, which needs to attach on the back here, which is a Cat 4, which is the big hook up here. So I need to pull this one off. I've started loosening it. I need to pull that one off and just put it to the side, and I'm also going to run a torque wrench over these, because I do not want, we say 4 to 5 ton hanging off the back, those breaking or finding out that they're not tight, because I want to spread the last of the MAP fertilizer, which is still in the truck. There's a little bit in the seeder, but hopefully I can run that out in the wheat that I'm going to sow here in a bit. And then looking at the pivot points, I might give it a quick grease, because they are very dry, which you'd probably expect on a new tractor. So our other one's still having some testing done on it. It's a slow process from what I'm led to believe. So yeah, we're still waiting for information on that, which is why we're very thankful we got this one here to use. So we're not really using it much, because we don't want to run as up on it unnecessarily. But I do have a job for it, so I'll get that off. Oh, and I also have to, I've got to move them down, which stops the sway in the arms, because when it's right up it's pretty well locked, but when they go down, it can allow side movement for if you're doing tillage and stuff. So I'll just move them down if I really wanted to. If I think it's still too loose, I can move shims from here to the other side to tighten it up. But I think that should be good enough. Just moving them down for what I want. So I'm going to do something, apart from just stand here. It's nice and fun, but alright, let's get that off, get them tightened, bit of grease, linkage on. Hopefully you can hear me over the wind. Here we have our Amazon spreader. It is a ZATS 4200 with 800 litres extensions on the top. So it's 5,000 litres. So it's covered in a few cobwebs because we haven't used it for a while now. Actually, since about August last year, it is sat around. So it is all hydraulic drive, all isobus, and I'm just in the process of hooking up. Oh, here we go. We got, this is Power Beyond hydraulics. That's how this one is plumbed in. So these two here run on the tractor. They're just like a feed out, run on standby. When the ECU calls for hydraulics, when it puts the spinners in, there's this one which goes in the top there, sends pressure to the pump, tells it I need hydraulics, like stroke up the pump. So that way you're not wearing out your pump by having it pump all the time as if you had one of the remotes and you press the button and leave it locked in. When you do that, those call for hydraulics, full hydraulics all the time. But I do just have to change the fitting. It looks identical, but where the ring is, it is just a fraction longer out the front. And the reason I'm going to do that is I stole the one off of here for our chaser bin harvest time, because that works on Power Beyond 2. We got a joystick to control the auger, fold, shoot, everything. The first year we had it was just in a remote, and someone always had to lock the hydraulics in when they were using it, and then you'd want them to turn it off when they weren't using it, so that way they're not just driving around all day with the pump, trying to pump oil, but nothing's using it. So Power Beyond, they literally just press the button on the joystick and it goes, oh, I need to move and I need oil. So it calls for it as it needs, you let go, it stops. So saves your pump, saves a bit of everything. So I have it all hooked up now. Oh, and if we get up here, we can see with isobus, I have a bit of sun coming in the back window. I don't think that helped. But anyway, we've got the spreader. It's got scales. We can set it all up in here. And like I said the other day, we've put our ag leader monitor in, and that is on the isobus network too. That is actually controlling it. That's just showing it. The one thing I do love about these new AFS Connect tractors is the aux N ability, which means that this multifunction handle I can program to control the functions in my spreader. So as you can see, well, that would be number 7 is my master on off, as well as my boundary spreading features, as well as turning the auto section on and off, which is the one under here. And when Isobus works, that information was stored on the ECU because it's never been on this tractor before, and I just turned the aux N on the tractor side, and it loaded that config out of the spreader. So that is pretty good when things work. So once I get this on, she'll be ready to go. Oh, apart from I do just have to level the spreader because it's never been on here. So you can see at the moment, left to right's pretty close, but she's leaning forward a bit at the moment, and I have to measure the height from the disc to the ground, which I think's got to be about 85 centimeters, 85 to 90 centimeters. So I will get that done, get this hydraulic on, and then it will be ready to go. I'll probably level it with the tyres as they are now, but then I'll add air to them, so when we're full, they'll be squashed out probably about like they are, or a little bit more. Yeah, and they'll be right to go. I don't think I'll do it today. It is pretty windy, but at least it'll be ready to go. Get the B-double out of the shed and spread the last of the map. Yeah, we'll see what else we get into, but let's get this done. I've given up on my seed versus no seed trial. So I don't know if you can see, but you can see there's a few rows of wheat over here that are missing. There's one, then there's a couple missing, then there's a couple, then a couple missing, then there's a couple, and it goes like that. So this is along that wing. I'm going straight up the middle between the two maps. Can't really see it, but there I loaded the coverage from before, but the between the two is there because it was out on that wing that was blocked. So I'm back sowing. I think I've got to go up in the back. I think I'll go that way. I'm having a look anyway. So I've got a bit of wheat left in. I've upped the rate because it's going to be a bit behind where it should be, and putting out a bit of fertiliser at the same time just to try and empty some of the box out. But yeah, there's a couple of runs that will be missing. We have wider road spacing a bit further, but this is the main block, so I should have just done a few more and then I would have been covered, but I didn't know. So once I do this, we will call it. I'll clean the weed out, clean the fertiliser out, and then start washing the bar. Probably won't put it away just yet. We'll just wait until the stuff up at North Block has come up, just to be sure. But we should be pretty close. Like, I can't foresee any problems up there. Like I said, it was just this one where I didn't up my fan speed like I should have. So you live and you learn. Like I said back in that video, I would love to have blockhead monitors, but I can't justify it. This is the first time I've done this in a very, very long time that I can remember. So we'll take it, we'll wear it, and yeah, it'll look a bit stripy, but it's part of life. At least it's nice moisture. Yeah, there was another shower that went through a bit earlier. That's why it's quite late in the day and I'm doing it now. But it is what it is. So, except this tractor is filthy from shifting home. Like, ugh. Well, that means it's wet. Well, I'm done now. I'm trying to get out of the paddock before it looks like it could rain, which will be good. I am just, not that you can really tell, I'm just putting out a little bit of fertiliser, just running it out, and the iron, just to empty the box. I did 2 runs down and back, and then I did a part run, and then I got to where a few rows, obviously where they blocked going that way, so then I just lifted up and just spread in the rows the last bit, because if it grows, it grows, if it doesn't, it doesn't. So just run a bit of weed out over the top of them, and if we do get a bit of rain, they might push in and start germinating. That's my thought process anyway, but we are just trying to get to the gate. I don't want to make a mess in the paddock, that's why I waited all day for the top to dry out. Yeah. So, anyway, I think with enough from last week and what I've got today, I might call it for this video. Hopefully it's not too long once I put it all together, but yeah. The next job will be clean this out, probably have a little bit of spraying to start doing, and catch up with the agronomist tomorrow. Yeah, get the fertiliser, get the weed out, put the weed away, probably spread the last of the map with the spreader. Now I got it on, empty the truck. Yeah, so stay tuned for that. So thanks for watching, like, share, comment, ask questions. Yeah, and we'll catch you all in the next one.